Yeah, Ophelia Mary, Dominica's Lady of Song. Yes, my people. Yes, my people. It's been a minute since I've been off, but here I am again. We're not giving up. 1 year now in the business, so it's nothing new. We just come out and let you guys have it as it is. As you guys are aware, Dominica is celebrating her independence again. What is it? 42 years of independence or 43? So yeah, man, from 79. Yeah, about right. So yeah, since 1979, and Patrick John, which led Dominica through her independence, he just passed. He had a state funeral. So I want to say condolences to the family. Stay strong. He was a great leader, and he had faults like every other human. So yeah, you got to give and take everything. Yes, man. But primarily, I apologize for us not being here every Saturday for the past couple of weeks. Justo's been busy, I've been busy, so we've been going back and forth. And the cricket league just ended, so I was trying to get back in shape, trying to get back my youthfulness, but so since it's Creole, so next weekend will be strictly in Creole. So everything we'll be saying will be in Creole. Let me say big up to our viewers from near and far. Those are in Dominica, those in the diaspora, in the US, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia. Big up to you. And those who are going to be looking at the show later, big up to you one time. Wherever you are, stay blessed, stay true. As you guys can see, I represent in Dominica everywhere I go. Dominica, it's not too far from me, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, so on the ground right now, we can see a little progress going on. And, Independence time, everybody's excited. And it's like the food, the drink, and the presentation. It's like the customer service. Everybody serves you with a smile. And yes, man, I just love Independence time around in Dominica. Usually every year I fly down for that time because it's a warm atmosphere. Everybody is the yumpe OT and the saltfish and yes, man. And the music, oh yes. The jimping and the Creole. How much is that then? Yes, man. Justo, where you at, man? Vinny. For some reason, I tried to call Justo earlier. I didn't get a hold of him. But I know he is somewhere getting something done, probably making some dollars. So this takes priority over everything else because your family have to eat, they have to drink. Very important, right? Yes, man. So let me get Justo on there again and see. Saiti by la cafe. Aye. Me, must have control bagay. Okay, here we go. Justo. What are we now? Vinny. 1, 2, 3. So if any one of the guests want to come on live and say a few words, feel free. This platform is open. Arnou, Parlez, Delices, Dominica. So if you want to come and say something's bothering you, let us know. So as you guys are aware that the president, the chairman, the chairlady of the Delices Village Council step aside and give Kidra Joseph the reins. So now we have a different chairperson, Delices Village Council, so nothing really has changed. She didn't step down from a position. Well, not really step down, but she just gave one of the other members the chance to lead. So it's been, almost a year she's been in charge. So let somebody else handle the reign. So forget they have 3 years. And a little word came through the grapevine that they've received an approved plan, not plan, but funding for the playing field. So they are taking the little knots and the little kinks, trying to get it organized. For some reason, my phone, Pali, me take a nod. Just all away, just to come in. Testing 1, 2. Come in the show, man. We need to parler parce que moun nan Creole, manger Creole, parler Creole, dormir Creole. Yon se bougla di moun Dominique Chika mon Creole. That's it. Mga on the bell muna wab at you. Yeah, so lazy. You wish every day could be Creole Day. Ola Felix and Destiny, he would have said something like that because of the atmosphere, man. Everybody busy, everybody handling, getting stuff done. Yes, man. Hold on, I'm trying to get my Facebook rolling. My impact for some reason, Facebook la pale marché. Ma connect ça qui passe dedans. C'est oui. Il diable la catch my way la. Somebody say a prayer for us. Hold on, why can't I see the chats either? So pour une raison, Maka ouais c'est mon nakadi. Oh, here we go. All right. Here we go. Boom. All right. Minulano. So pour une raison, Maka. Oh, here we go. Boom. So I should be able to see the chats. All right. So now I can see who's saying something. So please say something so I can see. I can know you're there. I cannot see anybody on so far. So you guys have to say something so I can see you here, so I can dig you up. I can know you're there. Yes, man. So big things are going. So the Petit Savant bridge by the distillery has stopped, but so far they put the platform on and some of the bars, but the entrances have not been completed. And I believe Siri exposing was saying that the contractor said they spent too much money on that bridge by the distillery in Petit Savant. So the next bridge is the one by Mamolina, and they said the funding for that project is already there. So it's just a matter of execution. So now that the hurricane season is nearing its end, I would say it's ending already because I think it's June to October. So hopefully we can see progress in those areas. We can get our bridge and our Delices Petit Savant road. It's been long awaiting. And c'est mon là, il est pour mon vie connect c'est mon ensemble. Vous comprenez? Nous pas supposé like diviser mon. Our leaders' aim should be bringing people together. So opening that road now will bring the whole Southeast, Petit Savant, Fosse Asian, Bacatel, Stowe, Grand Bay, the Bic, the whole coast, Bellevue, all the way back to Roseau, you know what I mean? This is what it used to be. The people were always together. So let's just reconnect them and make it happen, you know? Yeah, man. Somebody have just a number, they're gonna queer just over me. So please. No gaman chekimizi. Ay. Just the technology I can back no. Yeah, man. But all in all is well, all is good. You know, the coronavirus is still around. So if you know that your body will not be able to handle it, please take your COVID vaccine. It's getting mandatory. Some they make it mandatory everywhere. So follow CDC guidelines, wash your hands, wear your mask, do what is necessary to protect yourself and your family. And I can see they're gonna make it mandatory for kids between 5 and so stand by, it's coming. I mean, I knew eventually they were gonna push it on everybody's throat. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, for the safety of the human race, I wish they could eradicate poverty and racism that same way, you know. It's like some things take more front and center stage than others. We have police brutality. It's like nobody's speaking about the cold topics. We have people dying in police custody, and it's like it just goes away. We have all kind of bubble happening, and it just goes away. Who holds them accountable? All of a sudden, the virus kills about 2-3% of the population, and everybody jumps on board and hey, let's handle it, let's solve it, let's put some billions of dollars into it, and boom, lo and behold, they're making traction, right? Right now, we can see people are getting infected with the virus, but not so many people are dying. That's why some people are being skeptical, like, should I take the vaccine? Should I not? I got the corona myself, and I'm still alive. And then about a month after, I got the vaccines. So I'm like, hey, can you guys just give me, 3 months, let my antibodies, the Ibadisa, say, COVID vaccine, you're going to get it. And yeah, I mean, aches and pains, like for some reason, my muscles and them going down. I couldn't say COVID, like, manger muscle, and you wake up in the morning, you're like, sakafet la, no. Man. But perhaps it's the corona, and I don't know. Speaking of corona, cheers to the corona. The officials are saying the coronavirus might be around for a long time, or it might just become like the regular flu. Every year you take a flu shot, so it might just take a corona vaccine, every year, and becomes a norm. So for some reason, Kimani Makawe, Kimun Kile Life Lala no. Oh, muscles adjust too. Becomes an okay, something that not working right. Oh, here we go. Hi, Marcilla. Hi, Marcilla. Hi, Dave. Okay, I can see you guys now. Now you guys can comment and ask me questions. Yes, man. Now I can see who's watching. And yeah, man. Madika wa kim gagadi bagay lala. Muka di bisa kafet la no. Muka vini ale large man. O jeune nom komen. Muka vini vie. Tout chive a blanc, oui, monsieur. Tout chive a blanc. Muka di ay. Large ka vini leve. Yeah, man. So other than that, in the pipeline, when it comes to independence, so because of the corona, obviously, independence season is a wash this year again. But I understood that on the promenade, we're starting to make footway because the advertisements are out. Hi, Janetin Sakafet. Happy belated birthday. I saw you just had birthday the other day there. Big things are gone, big things are gone. So we know as soon as corona, everybody's standing by. As soon as corona just walks out the door, everybody gonna be pouring out all the ideas and all big things that gonna happen. Like the international airport. Most people are aware. Harry, Kaidi, big up to you one time. Everybody's aware, international airport Pakalifet. Leifet, say probably next 10 years. And it's a different government that are going to build it. Because for 20 years, we had $300 million for international airport. We did not make anything. I tell man, how much $246 can come clear. We come say international airport. But fingers crossed, if it comes, we will appreciate it. I probably will be the first person to fly down on the international airport. Easy day, because I like to come in for a weekend and go back. But it takes me 5 days to come Dominica for 3 days. 2 days coming down and a whole day to go back up. So 3 days traveling to spend 3 days in Dominica. So I have to take 6 days to spend a weekend home, Unlike if there's an international airport, I could leave Miami on a Friday afternoon after work, 1600, and get to Dominica by 8:30 in the evening, time for the party. And then one Sunday evening, I catch a flight to go back to work Monday morning. Like people in St. Lucia, in Barbados, in Trinidad, they can go to JFK one shot. So that's a good thing. But then we're gonna have to set up like boat races and car races. We're gonna have to have things for people to come down to the island. We can't just build an international airport and expect it to sustain itself. We have to put things in place like the Creole Festival. We have to get more festivals. Like we have to promote our Easy Door and our Fête La Saint-Pierre in Force Asia, and we have to set it up. Our food fests, because all of these little things will get people coming in, invite international artists and they all bring their posse. Yeah, man. So we just need to set up nicely and easy day, man. But we have to pick up our agriculture one time because we can't have too many people idle, because idle hands are the devil's workshop. And if too many people idle, when the tourists come, you can walk here, or Parlez are fit. But if everybody busy going and mind their garden and mind their animals and they have their own money, they don't have time to be going and rob people, you check? Because the one man that par on the road there or do have work to do. When I come out garden, he will come and carry the bags for me. I'll give him $20. He have a little something. He will not think of going and rob people, you check me? So all these little things come in hand. When the economy growing, everybody growing with it. But when one side growing and the other side down there, is robbery, you leaving the others to do, And this is not too good. And crime rate all over the world hasn't been increasing because of the pandemic, because some people are just home and they're stressed out. So people are locked up and you have to relieve the stress. Ali therapy le occasionally depressed. What do you kisa? You got him a therapist la pon stress la. No, I call a friend. We take up a drink and we discuss issues. An easy day. And for some reason, your boredom goes away. I tell someone I've never been bored in my life. I never allow myself to get bored because there's always something to do. There's always someone to call. There's always a paper to write. Just write it down. Because when you're bored, it's like you telling yourself you have nothing to do. Go watch a TV show. Go watch something. Go on. Yeah, man. Elizabeth Sakafet. Yela. Yeah, man. So plans for next year. Well, plans are still in place. Next year, Creole Festival, we go in Dominica. I mean, Creole Festival or not. All of Delices posse, if your passport is expired, renew it. Parce que nous ka descend. Nous ka le benet Dominique vie mouté. Live and direct. Justo, ola we no mo ka espere man. Vini. Nous ka descend Dominique. Because si nous pas fait ça, nous ka vini vie avec corona, pas nous ka de pièce côté. Nous ni pour lever pied nous et nous ni pour descendre la Dominique. So, si men prochain, yo ka célébrer journée créole en la Dominique. Tout le monde qui parle créole, tout le monde man, nous ka manger créole, nous ka parler créole, nous ka travailler créole, nous ka faire tout bagay créole. Tout bagay créole semaine prochaine là. So, semaine prochaine samedi, si vous va comprendre créole, I can translate in English, but c'est journée créole, nous ka parler créole whole journée là. Et ça qui passe à comprendre, we will teach you guys how to understand the Creole. And it's pretty simple. C'est pas vrai qui difficile. Yes, man. So if we teach our kids and our kids teach their kids, because when Haitians in the US and their kids speaking Creole like they were born in Haiti. So why we Dominicans, when we get out there, we forgetting our Creole language behind? No, we can't forget that. So right now I understood that they try to teach Creole like a subject in school. And this is very important because this is who we are. This is what makes us Dominica. You know what I mean? The food we eat, the language we speak, the water we drink, the music we play. Yes, man. I noticed the Creole music started to take a different twist, you know, because we have to appeal to the bigger population out there. Because if all the consumers of Dominica music is just Dominicans, then it's never gonna hit the international scene. We have to kind of expand and kind of merge it a little bit to get the wider world involved, you know. Because if the musician is making music and he ain't making no money, how is he going to continue producing music, you know? So we have to find ways that he can incorporate his music where he can expand his market and he's rich, you know? Yeah, man, we have a lively culture, but we can't just keep it to ourselves. We got to share it with the public, make sure everybody is able to enjoy it the same way we're enjoying it. Franco, what are you saying there? Yes, man, Frankie and the Chobi. Frankie, stay playing at Chobi, boy. Chobi Co and the Midnight Groovers, man. Yeah, man. They go down Miami and Frankie. Whole weekend is Chobi all the way, man. This is the time for us to enjoy these people while they're alive, you know. So right now, every year we should have like a little something. You get together, give each of them like a 10, 15 grand, you know. So the government can put that together where all our musicians, all the guys and then that produce and supported the culture for all those years. Yes, man. When nobody wouldn't support the culture, you know. When Chobi come out with the hit. Ça, non. Aïe, ma sa même qui marchait fort un pays à nous. Aïe, maman, c'est misère nous carré. Aïe, papa. That was a heavy hit, man. Chobi, man. And he would sing it and let the people know, man. Give the people the energy to keep fighting, you know. Non, pas ça même qui marchait fort un pays. Non, parler fort un pays à nous. Aïe, maman, c'est misère nous carré, ouais. Mon père, was shut there, but yeah, man. Like Ophelia, Mary, man, and yes, man, we have to make like start making monuments of these people, you know, the real monuments, because yes, man, those icons, we ain't gonna get them back when they're gone. So I don't know how it works. I think they had a head of one of the guys, Errol Lewis, but then it fell off and get dilapidated, or a Chinese man by the hospital, you know. But we did more of those things all over the place. You see Christopher Columbus statue in the Bahamas getting taken down. You have all guys in Churchill and the guys in England. So those guys, we know those people, but we know those are from us. So we need to build our own, so people can go up there and pay their tribute, drop their flowers off. But in the cemetery, c'est ça va bef. Mun dans la cimetière. A friend told me he went home recently and he tried to go down in the cemetery in Fontoma to drop a bouquet on one of the homies' grave, and was he there? He couldn't even step foot. It's when somebody died, we're going to cut the grass. Nah, man, we should be maintaining that. You're wrong. I can understand how the government have an NEP program. They cut the grass on the roadside, but they're neglecting the playing field, they're neglecting the schoolyard, they're neglecting the cemetery. That same NEP, they have the machines to cut the grass already. So why are they just extending it to cut the playing field and the cemetery? You know what I'm saying? We cannot just be walking around in the people have to come together and they could be together in a cemetery. No, man, that should be the government, the local government, everybody incorporated, getting the thing done. Because how is NEP working? How often the grass grows at the side of the road? NEP working 3 days a week. Before, during Christmas time, twice a year they cut the grass on the side of the road. Now, every day grass cutting. But for some reason, those NEP workers still staying employed. But the cemetery there, the playing field there. So the mismanagement of personnel. It should be easy to get 10 guys or 20 guys to keep the village clean. But for some reason, they're cutting all roadside, but the cemetery and the playing field in a mess. That should be where, so like I was saying, the council have plans, but they're meeting a ton of resistance. And the resistance being in the council and they're not getting the support from the government, right? I told them there was going to be resistance. I told them But you have to pass those resistance. Write a letter to the first person this month. Come back to the comment. Hey, I wrote a letter 2 months ago. No response. The third month, the people have. Everybody's gonna step up and say, "Hey, we wrote letters," but I can just sit and speculate, right? We're not seeing no progress. We're not seeing progress. Year one, hey, what's the status? What's this? What's that? And no progress. It's like, well, the government didn't give us assistance. Where's the letter? Where's the proof you even requested assistance? How many projects did you guys requested funding for? But as you can see, people who request, they say, knock and the door shall be open, ask and you shall receive. So this morning I read a little. I was on Facebook scrolling and I saw this little chit chat about Joshua Francis talking about Scared and Lennox, and you couldn't help but laugh. He's chilling with the homeboys. So you can see this man now, he has friends. And I was thinking, the Prime Minister of Dominica has no friends. He has no friends. He decided 13 people have to go and he just pushed them to the side, elected new people, right? When you have friends in politics, this is when you go down. Like Joshua Francis was saying, he wanted to be the leader. The people wanted him to be the leader. And then the people said, well, the people in the political circle were like, no, Sotila, we don't want you. And then he broke off and Scary tried to buy him. And he's a whole telelele, although have to listen to the rural. But all in all, he said, if he calls Scarrett today and he say he did something, Scarrett will give it to him. Because Scarrett knows Joshua Francis is an asset to any team he's on. He's well articulated. He has his degree in law. The man know what he's doing. I mean, he hit some hard times and wife go and, a lot of opposition came up against him. Like, that's what happened to him. He was down and they put some licks on him and he trying to get up, but it too tough. But with Lennox Linton, as the leader of the UWP, it's very difficult for them to win an election. I miss Love Sakafet. It is very difficult because they have tarnished everything about him. A month before the election, when Scarrett changed 13 persons, I spoke to someone and said, hey, replace Lennox. If he changed 13, it's a tactics he used. 13 people came in, then they decided 12. But if UWP had switched later on them, then they got to start over with the negative blasting. In a few hours, Simeon Albert will be on blasting Lennox. Blasting. So this man, they're campaigning against him. So there's no way he's ever going to pick up traction. Yes, he has brought the numbers up. In 1995, UWP won the majority with that 9,000 votes. Since then, they've increased. In 2015, they had what? 17,000 votes. In 2020, they went down to like what? 16,000 votes. So right there, the Dominican Labour Party kept their 21,000 votes. So right there, you're seeing a progression, right? If Labour had say go down 1,000 and UWP took 1,000, then you can see Leonard Clinton building. But he's stagnant right now. So at this point, it makes no sense. Whatever he has done, this is all he has. Right now, you have no more gas, no more energy. I'm not a politician, and I'm just looking from the outside. And you can see the direction that's right now scared to put some monument on the island. The massive apartment complex. You Malfetan, toilets backing up. Any builder knows you cannot put in if you do not have a sewage facility, a plant, you cannot put the sink water, the shower water together with the toilet, because the sock away goes to the ground. It has to sock away slowly, siphon through the soil, right? It's gonna back up because in Dominica, people taking Hollywood showers, right? Yes, people washing their clothes, their laundry, all the detergent going in there. Now this is killing the bacteria that's supposed to be eating away the human remains, right? The feces, I say human remains, the feces, right? Now, if you kill that with your bleach and your Clorox and your soap, it's not gonna rotten as fast as if it's just left out without all that soap and stuff. Yes. So right now they have to go and find a way to separate them, but it's all in planning. Are we doing the due diligence with the plans? Planning and how can you review that plan and not tell these people there are 66 apartments, which means there's a potential 66 people taking 2 showers a day or 1 shower a day at 10 gallons of water. So 10 times 60, calculate amount of water going in that sewer. That is just for showers. How about flushing in toilet? Everybody taking two going to the bathroom twice, right? Number 2, two, probably four number ones. So you have to calculate all of the water going in there, and it's a problem all over the country. So are we gonna run into that same issue with our airport facility? Are they gonna consult the engineers on the ground? You know, yes, I like MMCEE is building some massive buildings, but the amount of rainfall we have the most rainfall in the Caribbean by a long shot, right? Now these buildings have no little catchment to stop the water from running down the building. Who's gonna renovate those buildings? Probably right now it looks pretty, but in the next 5-10 years, what are they gonna be looking like? They're gonna be not pretty, right? Somebody has to go up there and pour wash it and paint it again. So why the roof have a little capping to prevent the water from running down the whole building, right? And little things, not major, little things that could make a big difference. But they look pretty right now, hélas. But it's going to require maintenance. Are these people paying a maintenance fee? No. $0. Moving and Austria say all will get all the title. Jigjodi, you want the title. So how can you tell these people? Why you saying Sawan? Big up to you. Congratulations on your CXC grades, bro. And great job in applying to the college and getting accepted, and look for big things to come. Yeah, man. So all young people in Dominica right now graduate high school, graduate college, and they can't go to Guadeloupe, they can't go to Martinique. Every year is blocked, but they have to stay home. So right now should be a perfect opportunity to increase what we have, our production. Get the young people back on the fields, give them the training they require. Yes, man, easy day, Tell Trinidad with their water, we don't want their water, we're gonna make our own water. We open a factory, we get the young people working in our factory, producing our water. Easy day. And you wonder who's gonna buy the water. The same way we go Dubai and had our whole show. We could bring a case of water and show them the spring where it's coming from is not salt water, it's fresh from the spring. Do a presentation and say, hey, listen, we can give you guys 20 cases of water a month. And boom, 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 boom. Same way, we walk by the park of Toloma, we explain to them this thing is like our own local gel, or you can put a dye in it and do whatever you want, a gravy thickener, you can make cakes, pastries, just name it. But they're not doing that. You can't lay, ever say, go large on your lay. We could, this little money, which is the local man is going to benefit from. We go up there for Toloma or cassava, we sell that product. Right there now, they know that's a market you're creating. And they will go with that big suitcase. What did have time for Tuluma? They don't have, no, these are the little things now. They want big money passport, and no, man, it's the little things that matter. How many arts and crafts they brought with them, You give them a presentation. This is Dominica own. There's some nice Dominica soap, some nice bush, and them people in the Middle East, they like their tea. Put some nice herbs together. Hook it up, man, Mr. Prime Minister. They're gonna want more. And they're gonna like, hey, can we get a heavy supply? Bring some BB with you when you go in. So Carly got the whole étage. Tout le monde a rien pour la Dominique. So we have to, at what point we're gonna say, oh hey, we at 42 years old, nous vieux. But let's say full of wisdom. Is when you're getting old, you have to become wise. And it's like we're just sitting down with all that information. But at what rate are they working on everything else? We want to employ our young people, but we prefer train them and let them leave Dominica and go outside. We don't need more Dominicans. We have enough Dominicans outside already. We need Dominicans in Dominica. From since I know myself, Dominica, say India, they're boasting of 72,000 people. After Erica and Maria, probably 20,000 leave. We still at 70,000 people. So why are we not growing our population? St. Lucia's third largest city is bigger than Rosa Dominica. Now with the apartment complex, I'm hoping that we can increase our population, but we have to create employment, or else there's going to be guys on the block 24/7. And as soon as you let your guard down, they bark in you. That cannot be the case because nobody will want to live in those areas. If there's not safety, the police and the drug dealers are working hand in hand. So who's going to arrest the drug dealer when he mess up? The police hand deep in the drug dealer pocket. That cannot work. It have to get to a point where the government, they know all the drug dealers on the island. They could decide tomorrow, put surveillance on him. The same way the prime minister can tell the police commissioner how to do his job. Why can't he tell him, I want you to put finger on all of them drug dealers for me for a week, monitor them for a whole month. put one, two people on them, put a whole entourage monitoring them 24/7. Guess what? All drugs gonna cease and they seize. So how you telling me Dominica cannot do that? Why the young people are still being plagued with drugs? See that incident in Petit Savan. Why? La pani moun me you can trail a lot. And it is alleged, according to the school children, it had to do something with drugs. So why our youth have to feel they have to go into drugs? Because something is lacking, right? Like I said, marijuana should be legal already long time. Everybody tapping, dancing around the thing. Let the thing go. Like Lennox Lennon tell him, if you compare me to day tomorrow, legalizing marijuana, all of a sudden Scary jump on the bandwagon, letting go a little spliff. Now all school children smoking spliff before they go to school. What is the importance of a spliff, my brother? Let the thing go so we can start researching medical marijuana and putting it to good use, making the tea. The tea is very important as well. I can't take a spliff and make a tea. You have to either cut it fresh from the tree or the dry buds or whatever the case is. And lo and behold, so yesterday this guy like, Benji, your eyes are red. Well, these two young ladies. I say, why? It's always been red. They say, you smoking weed? I say, I've never smoked marijuana in my life. They're like, there's no way from the islands you never smoke a joint. And lo and behold, I've never smoked a joint, And it's just different folks, different strokes for different folks. And that's not just my thing, you know what I mean? But all those who smoke it, more power to you. All those who drink it in bush tea or eat the edibles, the cakes, so marijuana is so many uses for marijuana. You can make the oil, you can make the rope, just name it. This is the reason why they decided in the early 1900s to push it to the side, because cigarettes wouldn't be selling as much. Painkillers, all of those things, marijuana could be used for a plethora of things. So right there now, they decided to cut that off because you can just plant 2 trees in your backyard there, and you'd have to go to the store and buy cigarettes. That is what they know. And if it do dry, you can just put it in your pot and dry it up real quick. Bam, bam, bam. You have a joint to smoke. So you have tea, you have your smoke. You can use it to make oil. You can use it to make your cake. It's limitless, right? What you can do with it. So right there, so they stop the people from being able to being self-sufficient. That one man there, if it's one tree in his backyard there, and he could have a whole backyard full. And as we know in Dominica, you can just throw a leaf down and it grow in. So why not let the thing go? Let the people and them handle their stuff. Now they wonder, people will go and thief the marijuana. The same way you planting your coconut, your banana, your plantain, your avocado. There's always thieves, right? But if you put a camera and you catch them and tell the police, hey, this guy stole my stuff. It's a solution for every problem, right? So the same way they will steal 2 coconuts, but guess what? You're planting more. So when you steal 2, you still have 20. So if you're planting your weed now, you're making sure you plant 2 extra trees because the man might come and steal a little bit. Like we saw in Granby, where there was this guy who was going to steal people's weed, and he disappeared, right? That's what happens when people steal people's stuff. In a movie, and some people don't believe in it, but it's real. It happens. So if you go stealing people's stuff, guess what? Your day will come. And somebody will want you something for you. And they will tell you. Yes, man. Let's start Sakafet. Big up to you one time. But the person just took off in the joint aujourd'hui là. So kitemo well aye. Mas a comprendre qui m'a just to and abandonner nous. Il que nous abandonner moun nous, but nous pas abandonner moun. Et just ça la vie. Moun pour essayer. So to the new chairman, so next weekend I'm gonna invite our new chair lady. She might be busy, but we're still going to invite her, get her on board so she can come on the show and tell people her plans for the community, which they're ongoing because they've told us the plans already. And they are currently working on it with a lot of resistance. So I'm hoping, so now I'm appealing to the public, we have to step up because we see, so the public library, so the previous council reached out to the Roseau Libraries Commission, and they wrote back to the council saying, well, the message never got to the councillors. It gets stuck somewhere in the pipeline that they want a committee for the library in Delices, not just one person building it. Because so far it's been only one person handling it. So now that they're aware, they want a libraries committee in Delices. So it's a group of people and effort. But it has always been a group of people because the Pentecostal church gave the libraries committee the downstairs to set up library, right? So they want to do a resource center as well. So I also understood that they are planning to reinstall our youth center. But that was my first thing, and I told Mikey, hey, instead of doing the apartment, let's do the youth center first. This was a faster project, but that wasn't the plan. The plan was to gain votes, and it did get the votes through getting the apartments going. But now we have the apartments. Now we have the people situated. We can continue extending the program. Someone was telling me, so during the corona there, so this police tell a family, hey, all can leave all the house. So all the quarantine. So there's two officers guarding the house, making sure they stay at home, right? So the police guarding the perimeter. So somebody tried to come outside. Now you know, I thought they eradicated all pit toilet in Dominica. They want to go use the pit toilet, but the pit toilet outside. The police say, no, you can't go outside, but Granny have to go use the pit toilet outside. So why do we still have pit toilet outside? I thought the Prime Minister eradicated all pit toilets on the island. So the program fall short. I can't understand how it looked like Maria take all the money that was allocated for pit toilet and go. They said in Evo, the school children say Evo in Monjon University, he took a little money from the toilet program. That's why they pressure him, and he off a little bit. He's not on the team anymore, but yeah, he barely hanging on. So right there now, all that funding was there. So let's get it going again and put things back in order. So we do it kind of half. So because some people not supporting this one, not supporting that one, they're not getting a toilet too. Nah, man, stop looking at one side. So again, in Joshua Francis's statement, he was saying, Scarrett gives everybody. He will laugh in your face, like I said, Scarrett has no friends. He will smile and give you what he wants, but behind your back, that is when he decalate you. He not loyal to anybody, not Simeon Albert, not Anthony and Stefan, any one of them. He will take them out in a heartbeat. Let them cross his path. Ian, even Bulldog Austri, they all, Ruben Blackmore, nobody has a say. And he come and meet them in their party, you know. The man take over, and right now he building his own team. You have Casanilla, you have Grant, Fidel Grant there. Oh yeah, it's a wrap. You have Melissa up on there, scared there with him. Kisa, Laffy, do the man have his own setup right now there. So next election, I'm gonna 5 or 10 gonna disappear. The Ian Douglas, you do enough. Go become an ambassador to Dominica somewhere. Austria, right now your language getting a little too aggressive for the people, and they don't need that subtler. Easy. You're gonna say, Severin, okay, your time is up. This is my seat. Boom. You think he wanted the partner in the valley to be Speaker of the House? No, he let me say Speaker of House. He did that to show them, you will be loyal to me, I will take care of you. You put in Judas in this seat to antagonize the other side because he was part and parcel saying Scarrett must go. All of a sudden you give him $2 and he sell everything here when he jump on body or boat. I mean, he's financially able right now. But you know the kind of grief he must be feeling inside, the betrayal. Like if you want to serve the people, but you want to be jumping ship and this one better than that one. Labour was running a platform, all shall eat. Right now, all not eating. So that is not Labour. Scarrett said that Labour is kind of freedom because it was a young freedom movement under Dame Eugenia Charles. May I so rest in peace. And he is the leader of the Dominica Freedom Party. But he is running on a Labour ticket. This is probably the reason why all not eating. Because when Eugenia had her fruits in her yard, the police and them could eat the fruits, but they couldn't take the fruits home. Eugenia was strict. No, all the ministers is their pay and is their pay only. They couldn't get any extra leeway where they get in a 10 grand here, 20 grand here. I bet any, sir. And the Party Citizenship by Investment program started way back then. You know, but it wasn't as extensive as it is right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, but all in all is well done there, but we just need to focus and get things going. It's like lately they're trying to get things going, but the corona decided, pala. The hotel industry was booming. Oh yeah, it was looking pretty. But all of a sudden the corona come and put a nail in their tire and flat it. But this is not an issue that's too big that they cannot decide, no, sit down in the drawing board and plan accordingly. International airport right now might be a strain for the country, but they said we're not spending a Dominica money on that international airport. So it's somebody somewhere giving us money to build it. Lo and behold, yeah, we have that's still a good Samaritan. We have $300 million. They say every month they will send $5 million, right? From 2008. So all those years, yeah, okay, we have 300, yeah, but we didn't even start. How is it possible? Every 20 to 21 constituencies in Dominica, right? They said they use the funding to fix people's houses. So why some people receive over 110,000 in certain areas and some people receive none? And persons who are not even in Dominica receive funds because others picked it up on their behalf. That clearly shows that they were not on island. People who were not on island, houses in Delices, still they cover. I can go down the line from 1, 5, 6, 7, probably 8 houses uncovered. Those that were totally disappeared. I saw they built Auntie Shirley a house. Kudos to all those involved. Rainbow Construction, great job. Yes, man. Liberty Transport, you guys assisted in getting things on site. Yes, man. Good vibes, you know. But how about Red's house? Red's at a house. How about Smokey Joe house? Clearon house that disappear. How about Rosaline house? All them houses just blown away, right? So we're just gonna say, forget about it. No, if we're gonna restore things the way it used to be, at least start somewhere. Yeah, man, I can remember those days, man, when a truckload of banana going every Thursday. Every Thursday, them bought them front, a little Toyota Hilux pickup. That face was all in the way like a Jelma, right? That is bananas, and everybody was getting paid. And on a Thursday, not one man sitting in the lobby. If you have to split a piece of wood or pick a yam pain, you have to wait till after people come out to work because everybody was occupied. All of a sudden, now you pass la plane. Oh yeah, no, you wouldn't find any young person sitting in the block 44 la plane, c'est block 44 in Willis Junction. Block 44 c'est going to be. Actuellement, c'est l'argent nom sisi. Whole journée, whole sweat en les blocs là. Ça finit presque comme à eau et ben massa. Là c'est mon a toujours y. How can you cannot say we doing better and we have more young people unemployed? So what are the new numbers? It's like who's taking stock? Like nope, everything good. Nobody's saying how many mentally ill young people we have in the community. There's no record of speaking about juvenile delinquency, therapy. Then people they're not believing in that. Say go agitate wash la mer. And you panic pour faire. Before you say you have a headache, your girlfriend leave you and you're feeling depressed, who do you speak to? Are we addressing these concerns? But we checking lead that for develop big people, rich people's problem. Nah, man, we have to handle them down here. Depression is a big thing, and we're not paying attention to it. And we're losing a lot of potential, a lot of people who are able to contribute to society because we're not giving them the little assistance that we can. You know what I'm saying? If we take our time and we just take care of the little things, the big things will come. The more people that are dependent on the government is the less funding the government have to do everything. If let's say we have 50,000 young people paying taxes when they get their salary every month, that is 50,000 people that contributing every month to the government. That's how money they get in right there and then. But if you have them 15 at their home and the government have to give them a $300 every month, guess what? Ipala. So if you create employment for them people, let's put them to work. No, they have to give the government money, and guess what? They have to build a house, they have to get a car, they have to cut their grass. Now somebody has to get paid, and now that person will pay somebody to do theirs, and the money circulating. We have to keep the money in circulation. But when MMCE come and they put a structure there, and the contractor in Delices now not getting the project, guess what? That money now go back to MMCE, and that money go Dubai, and that money go in all crick and cranny. Pucci. Yeah, so right now, the Prime Minister still in his mansion. He said by January he would move somewhere. He's still in his mansion in Mondaniel, and the country still paying for it. So yes, he has to live in a nice place. But 32 grand, and then they add up all the bits and pieces, 64 grand. Won't see. Marquesa, we did the calculation last time. You could give every police officer a raise, but just so they don't give the police raise. They know the wicked. Don't give them no raise. Everybody needs a raise. Everybody. And inflation, the way inflation going right now, there, our tale, we wouldn't even afford to live. All we can do is back to slavery. As you make the money, it's from hand to mouth. Fini, fini, fini. You calculating, you see a house this year is worth 100 grand. Next year is 200 grand. By salary to go over 100 grand a year. So why the value going up so fast? Now, don't forget gas going up, food going up, everything going up, but your salary like barely jumping at 1%, at 1.5% every year, 2%, like barely. I don't think Dominica even have that. They're still somewhere down 425 an hour. How are we gonna compete? And if you guys haven't noticed, it's a competition. Now every country has their citizenship program. Or you might feel the US don't. When you're paying for your green card, what you paying for? When you're paying for your passport, what you paying for? Okay. So right? So it's a citizenship program there. You pay to get it, and you work your magic. In Dominica, you have to decide you want to invest, and you put 50 grand, 100 grand. C'est la même chose. Is different tricks to the trade, but the amount of money they're making from that citizenship program, you would sit down and watch our little billions or a few billions, like holy shit! I didn't know that program was so big. It is huge, and every year they make sure they create an atmosphere conducive for people to come on vacation. They like what they see, and they come. I can live here. The nice straight streets, the grass well nice. Oh yeah. And you Dominica with land of 365 rivers, but people can have a nice lawn in front of their house. Place of rain falling every day. People can have nice lights, nothing like that. Everywhere is tikwe. We building all them expensive apartment complex. We supposed to have a nice little playground for the kids and them to go and jump and play. Prime sa, was a mete every apartment complex like the playing field right next, so that should be nice and smooth. Night lighting, so the kids and them and the adults can go take walks. These are some of the things the elderly are looking for. They've been building a hospital. No, they cannot. All apartment buildings wasn't even started yet when they're renovating the hospital. They say they're gonna build a new hospital. How can you renovate a hospital and call it new? We still have one hospital in Roseau. Why not leave the one that was there already and go and build one somewhere else? So we would have two hospitals. Because it's taking more time to break down and rebuild. Do the tap on in, and the COVID now come with a big stick in their spoke. Yes, I saw a video with an elderly lady from Delices in a home somewhere and flooding. So who has to walk in that water to come and take care of the elderly persons? I don't know what plumbing issue they had, but if you have a plumbing issue and your whole house flooding, that plumber might get fired. Easy, it's poor construction, because you have to consider everything into play. You know what I'm saying? If the bathroom is the same height as the entire house, then something might be wrong. You have to ensure a little lower elevation or a drain. But if I'm okay, Hélas, I was listening to Matt the other day, and Matt losing his edge, I think I'm lofty, taking him up. What's up, Lister? Big up to you one time. I think I'm lofty, taking over. Yeah, Matt set up the program, everything, but Matt is going in a direction there now that not sounding like Matt. It's either he get a under the table cut or something. So he trying to be kind of balanced in the middle-ish. I don't know if he get a wake-up call or something, or a threatening note, but yeah, he kind of navigating kind of in the middle. Before he used to be like, one-sided, but now he kind of, but it's okay. But Lofty still asking the hard questions and balancing off, man. Yes, I. Ila, Kaidi, what's up, Jane? Hi, Rufina. Big up. Oh yeah, the country nights. Once they have yampe, they have a coconut, and they can make a little sun coach. And TTV always come in. Laughy, but do know you pass by that neighbor, you get one hand of fig. You go by red spicy pass, he give you two banana. Laughy do. Point zero. And nowadays, people doesn't one yam be making them a whole week. Because the kids and them, they want that is rice and burger they want. So the country must be nice. And making sure at the end of the month, everybody have $100 in their pocket. We're still rent free, everything free. Just name it, and after hours, they pass in their little plastic bag, giving their peoples. All shall eat. How that can be the Dominica Labour Party that Patrick John and E.O. Liblam, all the other guys and them started. Rosie Douglas, all shall eat. Achelman, all not eating. So something is wrong. And it starts with the captain and everybody else below him. They hand in little bag. No, man, that's not how the program supposed to run. It's supposed to run where there's a welfare system. If you on there, you get assistance. You part on there a little high. Right? No, they giving hard back workers. Nani pass you buy ham every turkey. Nani say I'm going to say you caliber. At the beginning of the pandemic, instead of giving a stimulus package, they give everybody seeds. It's a great initiative, right? But them seeds they're gonna finish. So what has to take the place now? You know, where is the continuation? So now manger vegetables you okay, if fini. Now kisa now. So the elderly persons getting their 300, yes, but there are young people now who left college, have left high school, they cannot catch a flight to go anywhere yet. They have to stay and see me there. You know what I'm saying? And this young man told me, man, 3 days you don't eat food yet. But in Dominica, I mean, everybody make their own circumstances, but there are some things, if everybody have, the neighbor will give him, but probably the neighbor don't even have to give him. But others are living luxuriously. And I saw some irrigation on some farms and things looking pretty. Anyway, my people, I said, if just when I come, I'm just going to do 1 hour. And lo and behold, my hour is already here. But we have to engage in some meaningful conversation. We have to start getting some employment because employment is important. And if we cannot get our youth employed, like we have the abattoir program, why we don't have the government build a whole pack cushion for the young people, let's say Fontoma or Point Milan or anywhere, Foncatier, right? Put the young people to feed the pigs and you pay them. Easy day. You have the guys in the prison, right? In the jail. Get them employed. Agriculture is big money. And people have to eat. Guess what? It's gonna sell eventually. You freeze it. The same ham and turkey and the buying from China. We could grow that locally. Right now we're in October, 8 weeks, and our chicken ready. Hi, Pauline, Sakafet. So if now we decide to pay the young people to raise those chickens, and Christmas time we harvest those chickens and we give it back to the people, guess what? You just created something that wasn't there. But when you say, you know what, it's faster and cheaper to get it from China, right? Now you give China $5 million to give you ham and turkey. China take that money and pay their farmers. Our farmers now eating that ham and turkey. And they have lands and they have, you know what I'm saying? You see how easy it is to fix an easy problem. They could use the balance of their chicken to feed themselves. And perhaps they wouldn't even need your ham and turkey because there's enough people now that can buy their ham and turkey. And probably we can even export to some other countries that are deficient in those areas. But yeah, man, so we have to start realizing that we can create. And if you don't create stuff, there's no way you can depend on tourism and passport sales. We have to create another meaningful way to employ young people. Our production industry is very, very, very low. Our industrial estate, as you guys know, is just a few buildings over there, right? We can expand that. The little airport in Kenfield, we don't need the airport in Kenfield anymore, right? We can make it the national airport. So let's use that area in Kenfield to put some more structures over here. Put some young people making benjashu, making candles, making just name it, right? Easy day, right? And you might make a racetrack there for a few months. We invite people from Guadeloupe, Martinique, but in time to come, because right now Corona is rampant in the area, and as the numbers are showing that Corona appears to be out of control in Dominica. They're saying it's under control, but anything under control will not giving you those numbers. And like everywhere else, it is out of control, and they will tell you otherwise. But if it's under control, in 3 months you should lock it down. If I have a dog and my dog is on leash, I can tell it, okay, you can go 6 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet, and I know exactly that's where it's gonna go. Right, wherever I tie it, that's where it stays. So if I tie it there, it can only graze at its reach. But if it go in Delices, it lap plane, it Botica, it Tisavan, it Bacatel, it killing this one in Portsmouth, it killing this one in Arigot. you have under control. Though, and you contact tracing and you tracing and you're taking people on up there without they testing negative, you're still putting them up there in quarantine. So all that funding you were supposed to give the people, you have to use it to put the people in hotel. Now, up here, people can stay, people stay at their home. You have COVID, stay at your home. Easy, you isolate in your room, whatever you have to do. And I have quite a few cases where people isolate at home and the rest of the house wasn't infected. You know what I'm saying? We can do that instead of paying millions of dollars every month to take care of the people. They could stay at their home. We give them a stimulus package and they have enough funding to handle themselves. Papa, easy day. So the government now will have excess funding to handle all the other vibes. And the people will be more happy because the hotel rooms charging an arm and a leg don't providing food for the persons that are in the quarantine, right? He's not charging $10 a plate because it's government that paying. They have money, so he's charging big time. But the person at their home now, $5 might be enough to buy their food because they have the plantain, they have the fig, they have the dashing in the backyard already. All that probably is go buy a 5 pound chicken, right? Yeah, man, easy day. But bless my people, you guys take care, enjoy the rest of the Saturday afternoon. While I'm gonna do the same. As you guys can see, it's Dominica's birthday. So nous allons parler un petit bagay créole pour la Dominique. Que les bon anniversaire la Dominique. Et puis, continuez à chebe fort, continuez à travailler red. Quand on dit chebe fort, pas molly, avancer, nous qu'à avancer, right? According to Rasmo. Pick up to Rasmo. I did not see you on the live today, but I know you're always checking out the lives. Anyway, thanks everyone for stopping by and continue supporting the live and continue supporting local. So as you guys can see, I doesn't stop supporting my local vibration. Yes, man, Rastafari. So I'm gonna try to get some green bananas. I have nothing green bananas over here. They have a plantain. The plantain come in green, and but it don't getting ripe, you know. It getting black. So and then people tell me it's ripe plantain. When you cash it, the inside looking, it's a banana. I like to see my banana full, and when it ripe already, so as soon as you put it down, it ripe. That is my manger banana, to do la verity. But I have a lambo with there in the fridge there. I'm gonna have to mail. They're gonna mail me a yam from Florida. They're gonna roast it and mail it to me. So I can show it when it comes. So I can make a little some. Just get my coconut milk from the store there. See me pushing. God, cause all that. I see they have a crab there. I don't like it too much. But I can do from cup color look. I see some spinach. I can hatch it nicely. And I found bagay la. Set up. Anyway, my people, you guys stay blessed. If you're not going to church tomorrow, stay at home and say a prayer. There is an ultimate. There is an Almighty Father that governs over us all, no matter what denomination you go in, and you still praying to an upper, a supreme being, more power to you. Because this is what sustains us, that gives us the life to continue living together in harmony. Like we said, you go to church and you're contributing to the church. How is it that you're giving back to the community? But if you take that money and give it to your people to grow them, to grow the local areas, right? They might plant flowers, they might fill the playing field. That $1 you contribute, that young man might in turn become a soccer star, a cricket star. Guess what? You become a millionaire. Guess first place is gonna contribute, put a nice stadium, a nice something for the young people to improve, right? Little things, little steps, baby steps, pap. Anyway, people, stay blessed. Chebe fort. Family, avancez, nous qu'à avancer. One love.